Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here to Liberty High School as we get you ready for regional semifinal action in the Class 1A ranks as one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Winchester West Central begins their bid for what they believe might be a deep run here in the postseason. They're going to have a tall task on their hands as they will be taking on the host school, Liberty Eagles, here in our first of two semifinals for you tonight on Central Illinois Sports. You are watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll start telling you more about these two teams and get you ready for all the action happening around the area and on Central Illinois Sports. Don't go anywhere. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show here on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. It's the West Central Cougars and the Liberty Eagles in our first of two semifinals for you here tonight. From the Eagles' Nest in Adams County, our second semifinal will feature the Triopia Trojans and the South County Vipers. Tip-off scheduled for 7:30 after this one wraps up. We've also got Crews tonight. Over in New Berlin as the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes take on Jacksonville Routh. That's also a 6 o'clock kickoff. And at 7:30, we've got Crews up in Warsaw for the 2A Regional as Pittsfield takes on Pleasant Plains in the nightcap up in Hancock County. But the one we've got coming for you right here, it should be a fun one as Winchester West Central comes into the game with a record of 29-3, 9-0 in the WIVC Conference, outright champions of the WIVC for 2024. Scoring just about 58.9 points a game, they give up 42.8 on an average occasion. Winners of the Beardstown, Waverly, and Winchester tournaments this year. Entering tonight's game on an 8-game winning streak. The last loss came at the Quincy Shootout on January 20th. They lost 74-49 to an outstanding Principia team out of the St. Louis metro area. Only other losses on the season came in December in back-to-back games against Pittsfield and Pleasant Plains, who ironically play each other tonight at Warsaw. West Central was out the services of Zach Evans and Mason Berry in that loss to the Sockies. The Cougars have defeated the likes of Griggsville Perry and Routt twice, along with victories over New Berlin, Auburn, and South County. They also have 2 wins over Triopia, who will play in our second semifinal here tonight. And most recently, they dispatched the likes of Quincy Notre Dame at the pit and got a well-earned 67-61 road win at Camp Point Central in a matchup of 2 of the area's best teams in what could basically be described as big boy basketball at Camp Point that evening. Their postseason road opened on Monday as the Cougars cruised past Jacksonville ISD. West Central led 33-0 after the first 9 minutes of the contest. They pulled all of their starters after that, and let the rest of the guys on the bench get some well-earned minutes in the opener of the postseason. They're led, of course, by the big three that many of you know about, the All-State, All-Area Player of the Year candidate Zach Evans, averaging about 21 points a game. This is a kid that can do it all inside, outside, has some great court presence, also not a bad defender on the opposite side of the ball as well. In the inside, it'll be the big man, Chance Little, who may have a little bit of a tall task here tonight, and we'll tell you a little bit about that and why. He averages 14 points a game on the rebounding side. Chance is currently pulling down just about 8 a game. He's a very, very strong inside threat, moves really well without the basketball, gets himself in position to get those quick scores that they need, and, of course, a beast on the glass as he gets all the Windex out here for the Cougars. The third man of that big three is Mason Berry. In the backcourt, a real defensive bulldog for the team. We've told you before, one of those guys that if he's on your team, you love him a lot, and if not, you may not like him as much, but that's the type of player he is. Very high energy, very high octane, a kid that we really like to watch here on Central Illinois Sports on the defensive side. This is one of the deepest rosters in the area, boasting the likes of Carson Brown, Nick Hamilton, Riker Ford, Cameron Sievers, and a whole lot more. And they're going to need it to not be overlooking this team tonight in Liberty, who put together a really nice performance on the road to win their quarterfinal against Payson Seymour. We will tell you about that in 1 minute here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, hear more about the Liberty Eagles, and we'll get you ready for our first quarterfinal. It's IHSA postseason action on Central Illinois Sports.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Welcome you back here to the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the guys at Great Rivers Bank with locations in Barry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal. Their experts serve the entire region and beyond. And hey, check out that online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. On the opposite side here tonight, it's the Liberty Eagles. The host school will be wearing their road reds tonight, as they are the lower seed in this competition, and per IHSA rules, the higher seed wears the home jerseys, and they'll be the home team on the scoreboard. Liberty with a record of 11-17, 3-5 in West Central Conference play, scoring 47.4 points a game. They give up just about 51.7 on the average outing. Came into the postseason winning just 2 of their last 6 games, but the inside play helped propel Liberty to a win over Payson at Payson in Monday's regional quarterfinals. Now, this team hasn't won a lot of games in bunches, but they found themselves in several dogfights and surprise wins. Liberty was able to hold off Illini West 49-44 back on December 19th, slugged out a 64-58 win at Mendon Unity on January 2nd, and in one of their more well-rounded performances of the year, beat Jacksonville Route 47-43 back on January 23rd. What's it all boil down to? Well, it's a typical Greg Altmix coach team on the years that he hasn't found himself surrounded with elite talent. The team struggled at first, just 3-9 before the Christmas break, but they've learned how to compete. They've began building into a team that you quite simply don't want to deal with towards the end of the season. Just ask Quincy Notre Dame. They had to eke out a 59-52 win over Liberty just 2 weeks ago, a game that the Raiders trailed at halftime by 7. Most of that development revolves around the play of Levi Hayner, Tanner Gim, and Jack Sparrow. They're big physical forwards that will wear you down, and in a 1A environment, powerful forwards come at a premium. Greg Altmix has got the best of the kids this season, and in the backcourt, Gavin Fessler, along with Noah Klauser, lead a young group that's able to knock down the long-range shot from time to time. They'll need all that and more to potentially upset this West Central squad tonight. They enter tonight's game on a 3-game winning streak. We will step away for the national anthem. When we come back, it's the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups in our first semifinal here tonight at Liberty. You're watching IHSA basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with God, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose Dot.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
The national anthem is played as the large flag is lowered to midcourt here at Liberty High School. A very nice little part of the opening ceremonies here at the Eagles Nest. Let's get you ready for starting lineups, brought to you tonight by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks, hoodies, power tools, and lawn chairs, no other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. Starting for the road team or home team tonight, it'll be the West Central Cougars. Their starting five looks like this. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 2 is Mason Berry. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore, number 11 is Riker Ford. At guard, the 6'2 senior, the All-State candidate, number 23 is Zach Evans. At one forward, a 6'4 senior, number 24 is Chance Little. And at the other forward, a 6'2 junior, number 25, Carson Brown. It's Berry, Ford, Evans, Little, and Brown for the 29-3 West Central Cougars. Ryan Seasting at the helm, along with Bill Jacko and Brady Slagle on the sidelines. Starting lineup now for the 11-17 Liberty Eagles. Greg Altmix's starting five looks like this. At guard, a 5'9 senior, number 3, Noah Klauser. At the other guard, a 5'10 senior, number 4 is Gavin Fessler. At the third guard, a 6-foot freshman, number 14 is Vince Cramsey. At one forward, a 6'2 senior, number 25 is Levi Hayner. And at the other forward, a 6'4 junior, number 30, Jack Sparrow. It's Klauser, Fessler, Cramsey, Hayner, and Sparrow for the Liberty Eagles, who will be in their road reds tonight with white letters and numbers and a little bit of black trim. West Central in their home whites, black numbers and lettering with a little bit of silver on the trim tonight here at Liberty. So glad you're joining us alongside Brian Shoemaker, my name, your play-by-play for both games here tonight at Liberty. A nice crowd has settled in here. Liberty always shows up and shows out for their squad, and of course West Central travels just about as ill as anybody does in the area. We've got a nice turnout here for semifinal number 1, excuse me. Cramsey will step into the center circle for Liberty. On the opposite side, it'll be Chance Little for the Cougars. As we remind you, the Cougars will be the home team, and Liberty will be the guests, and Chance Little gets up high and easily wins the tip for West Central. Berry with the basketball as it's a man-to-man look here. A little bit of a zone, for Liberty to start things off tonight. They get the basketball over to Little, now into the hands of Evans. Left side three is up and good, and Zach Evans wastes no time getting on the scoreboard. It's a 3-0 lead here early for West Central as Zach Evans fires things up quickly. Let's see what Liberty has up their sleeve here on their first possession. They work it now over to Cramsey. Flashing into the lane is Sparrow. Nothing there. Now Cramsey drives baseline. Gets shut off on the baseline. Works it back around. Top of the key now is Hayner. Man-to-man look here for the Cougars to start things off as well. That's what you love to see in postseason basketball. Give us that man-to-man defense. Cramsey with the basketball on the right wing. Guarded out by Evans. Now back up to Hayner as he surveys the scene. Liberty taking their time here on their first possession. With the basketball now over is Fessler. Kicks it back out to the volleyball line, and Liberty will reset one more time. Trying to see if they can work the basketball inside, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge here tonight for Liberty as West Central's defense, especially on the inside, is double tough, but driving in quickly for the play is Gavin Fessler, and now it's a 3-2 basketball game as Fessler gets on the board. With the basketball now is Brown, and he's going to get whistled for a travel. We'll show you Fessler's drive here on the Northwestern Mutual replay on the first turnover of the basketball game by the Cougars. Just underway in this one. Liberty trying to take the lead here in the early going and make a statement in the first 3 minutes. Fessler works off the pick, now tries to throw it over to Klauser. He didn't see it coming, and it'll be a turnover on Liberty, their first of the contest. Really nice crowd has filed in here so far, and this is not a small gym at Liberty. Barry with the basketball, lobs it down into Little. He goes down with it, comes back up, gets blocked from behind by Levi Hayner. We'll show you that one real quick on the replay. As they were trying to find Little on the lob, he's just a little bit off on the timing, and Hayner with a great play on the defensive side. Evans will inbound here for West Central, tosses it into Little once more. Little, triple team, goes up with it, strong, high off the glass, no good. Sparrow will grab the rebound for Liberty. This is what we talked about in the pregame. These bigs for Liberty are not going to make it easy for Carson Brown and Chance Little tonight. We watched them wear down the Payson Indians back on Monday night as the big guys really started to show up. Cramsey with a long three is going to go off the back of the iron and over the backboard. It'll be out of bounds in West Central basketball. If you're Liberty, one of the things you cannot afford to do tonight here is take some ill-advised shots. Long three-pointers, maybe one's too early in the possession. Take your time, work the basketball, get it into the bigs. Those long shots will give themselves presentation in time, and now we're going to get a foul here against Levi Hayner. For Hayner, it'll be his first, team first of the contest against Liberty. Comes at 5:44 left here in the opening period. They'll get the basketball now into Ford, who got it in. This is Brown with the long-range shot. Nothing there. Rebound grabbed by Cramsey. Liberty on the run. Fessler with it. Works it over to the left side. Now into the hands of Sparrow. Trying to find Hayner. Dumps it in. He's double-teamed. Kicks it back out top of the key. This is Fessler again with it. Gives it back out now to Klauser. Working around the perimeter here with 5:20. Drives in. Goes up strong. Gets blocked by Barry. Nice defensive play from Mason Barry. Cougars are on the run. They get it to Evans in transition, and Zach Evans will put it in for two more. Evans has all 5 of the points right now for West Central. And they're up by 3. Fessler with the basketball now gets it up to Sparrow. They work it into the big man in Levi Hayner. Bounce pass, nice move as he gets it down into Klauser. Goes up with the right hand, it won't fall as Evans will sky high for the rebound. Behind the back dribble. Pass over cross court to Barry. He'll launch one up in the wing. It just barely makes the mark. And Levi Hayner will scoop up a rebound. Fessler on the run and a little up and down basketball here. Klauser with a 3. His shot off the mark as Riker Ford will collect a rebound for West Central. Barry looking up the floor quickly. Both teams here in a little run and gun so far. Getting it into Carson Brown. Picks it up at the short corner, back up to Barry at top of the key, and the Cougars will reset here. Barry with the basketball, and we're going to get an off-ball foul. We'll see who that's against. As the officials say, that one is going to go against Jack Sparrow for Liberty. It'll be his first, team second. Checking in for Liberty now is going to be number 2, Tate Huber, the 5'6" freshman, along with number 23, Tanner Gim, the 6'3" senior forward who stepped in off the bench. He's got a little bit of an injury on that leg. You can see that leg brace, but boy, oh boy, he stepped in and had a double-double, a heck of a night for Liberty in their regional quarterfinal win as he helped kind of spark plug Liberty after a slow first quarter. West Central works the basketball around the perimeter. They leave Ford wide open. He'll take one up from the wing. It's no good. It'll go over the backboard as well, as both teams really kind of trying to find their mark from the outside. Cameron Sievers, my vote for the 6th man of the year, comes in. 5'7" junior guard. wearing number 4 for the Cougars. This is a kid that could probably be in the starting lineup in most squads. Comes in, does his role, never tries to do too much, but when he needs to do a lot, he's able to make it happen for this Cougar squad. Huber with the basketballs. Now he works it over to Fessler. 3:44 left to go here in the first period. Gim at the block, Hayner at the free throw line. Gim pops out to the corner. Now they look for Hayner in the post. Nothing there as Carson Brown does a nice job on the defensive side. They have to work the basketball quickly now. Liberty looking a little rattled on this possession as Huber trying to work around with it. Ryan Seasting wanted a 5 count, didn't get it as Huber went to the right side. With the basketball now is Fessler. Hesitates, runner with the right hand, doesn't fall, and it's a flying rebound. Little had it in his hands. Hayner knocked it out of bounds. It'll go off Liberty with 3:17 left to go here in the first. First of 2 contests for you here tonight from Liberty. We remind you, Damon Emmerich's over at New Berlin as Griggsville Perry taking on Jacksonville Route. Put one on your tablet, one on your phone, and watch both games at once as Zach Evans knocks another one down. He's got all 7 in the early going. It's a 7-2 ball game here. Liberty with the basketball. Huber with it. Gets it to Gim out in the corner. Flashing in is Hayner at the block. Nothing there. They'll try to get it back up top of the key now. This is Fessler with it, guarded by Sievers. Drives in with the left hand, splits through double coverage, goes up with it. It's going to get knocked out of bounds, and they say Fessler is going to be the man to have his hands on it last. Riker Ford comes back in for West Central. Jack Sparrow checks back in for Liberty along with Noah Klauser here with 2:43 left to go in the first. Nice job by both teams, really kind of rattling each other here in their own separate ways. Liberty doing a nice job of getting the basketball to the cup. Haven't been able to get a couple of those shots up though, and that's to that interior play as now it's a big lob from Sievers to Chance Little. Oh me, oh my, West Central feeling good. It's 9-2 as Chance Little gets on there. We'll get that highlight clipped at some point and throw it on the Twitter or the X or whatever social media you want to call it. They get the basketball down into Sparrow, down in now to Gim. Spin move, goes up against Carson Brown high at the glass. It rolls off the rim, and Brown will grab the rebound. Here comes Little with it. Little stops, pops at the free throw line. That shot's also good. 9 points for Zach Evans. And the Cougars are rolling. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. Let's give you that big slam dunk alley-oop replay from Sievers over to Little. Check it out. What a play. Cougars are rolling. You're watching IHSA basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Back here at Liberty, it's 11-2 West Central on the heels of a big alley-oop toss from Cameron Sievers to Chance Little. Liberty looking to regroup here as Zach Evans already quickly has 9 of the Cougars' 11 points. Ryan Seasting was explicit in his instructions during the timeout to be very aggressive here. He's not one to let up here on this Liberty squad in the early going. Shot from Gim is no good. Rebound comes down to Sievers. He'll get it out on the right side. Now this is Riker Ford trying to find Brown inside. Now they get it into number 25. He kicks it back out to 24, down to 4. Sievers with the basketball. Takes a couple of dribbles, works it back out as West Central trying to be patient here. Little with the basketball. Guarded out by Sparrow. That's Reed Sparrow, the 6'1 freshman. And we're going to get a foul inside. That one's going to go against Liberty. Excuse me, that one's going to go West Central way. It's going to go against Little. That's going to be his first of the contest, first of the quarter here against West Central. Cramsey will check back in for Liberty. Mason Berry checks back in along with number 34, Caden Meyer, the 6'1 junior forward, wearing number 34. 1:18 left to go here in the opening quarter. Cramsey with the basketball, flashing down is Hayner. Gets in on the baseline, kicks it back out. Jack Sparrow, long just inside the arc, no good. And Zach Evans will climb the ladder for another board. Pushes quickly down to Ford. Ford goes in, up and under, no good, too high. Little comes down with the offensive board. He's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Will Chance Little as Liberty will collect their 3rd foul here of the quarter. Foul's going to go against Levi Hayner. That's going to be Hayner's 2nd. Little will head to the free throw line here. 2 points on the evening. And the big alley-oop toss from Cameron Sievers. Carson Brown will check back in here after the first free throw along with Reed Sparrow. Brown says he's got the shooter. We remind you about Bowler's Universe, open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays to midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Burgers, fries, specialty pizzas, and delicious craft beers. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowler's Universe on the west end of Pittsfield, excuse me. Little will get the second. It's a 12-2 ball game. Largest lead of the contest here for West Central is 10. Sure, there's some great establishments in Springfield, too. Go find one there. Maybe they'll sponsor us on Central Illinois Sports. You never know. Liberty trying to find some answers here. They trail by 10 as we close out on the first quarter. With the basketball is Fessler. Kicks it down into the corner. Now they try to get it into Hayner. It's a turnover, though, as he was pressured by Meyer. They get it quickly up to Evans. Evans, he loses it. Just couldn't get the handle on it there, as a little bit of pressure on the backside from Jack Sparrow helps cause the turnover. 41.4 left to go here in the first. Fessler will cross the time stripe, guarded out by Barry as Liberty gets into its offensive set. He works to the right side, back up to Reed Sparrow, top of the key, trying to find Cramsey, nothing there on the left end. They'll get it back to Jack Sparrow, takes a few dribbles, gets it to Cramsey, almost stolen away. Now he gets bumped, and it's going to be a foul on Evans. For Evans, it'll be his first, team second of the quarter. Severs will check back in here. He'll give Evans a seat to risk getting that second foul before the end of the quarter as Jack Sparrow will inbound for Liberty. Fessler with the basketball. Surveys the seam on his offensive end of the court. Crossover dribble, tries to get through, tries a bounce pass into Cramsey. Cramsey didn't see it coming. Turnover. Here come the Cougars. Severs down into Barry. Up and too easy for West Central. Severs gets the dime. Barry gets the deuce. And the long three at the end of the quarter from Fessler is no good. It's West Central 14, Liberty 2. We've reached the end of the first quarter here. It's IHSA regional semifinal action. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter play-by-play after this.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Getting you ready here for second quarter action from Liberty as West Central leads Liberty 14-2 here after the first quarter of play. Zach Evans has 9 for the Cougars along with 3 from Chance Little. Barry got the last 2 of the quarter there for West Central. On the opposite side, the only 2 of the game so far comes from Gavin Fessler. Shot is no good as Brown will collect the rebound, and West Central continues to pounce here on the run. Evans with it, trying to look back door. He had Riker forward, maybe, but Hayner was closing out. West Central comes up. Evans takes the pick from Little, drives in, bounce pass into Little, goes up between double coverage, can't finish. Hayner tips it out like a volleyball, and it rolls into the backcourt to Riker Ford. It'll be a second chance opportunity here for West Central. Off the hustle play from Levi Hayner, who just unfortunately knocked it into the wrong hands. Barry with the basketball, flashing in the pocket is Little. They'll work it back around to the right side. Evans will fire up uncontested from the 3, no good. Tanner Gim gets the rebound, but it'll be knocked away from Chance Little, and Liberty will inbound here on the opposite side of the floor. Noah Klauser checks back in along with Jack Sparrow. 7:07 left to go here in the first half. Liberty looking for some answers here early. They've really had a struggle getting the ball in the cup here early as Fessler misses a 3 and Chance Little skies high for another rebound. Barry with the basketball, cross-court back up, Evans top of the key. Quickly works it into the corner now. This is Riker Ford trying to find Chance Little. Bounce pass into number 24, and now we'll get a bump from behind as the foul is going to go against, I believe that's going to be Jack Sparrow. For Sparrow, it'll be his second. Team first of the quarter now. As Tanner Gim will check, or excuse me, Levi Hayner will check back in. Gim was in the basketball game already. So Jack Sparrow down to the bench with 2. Levi Hayner also has 2 now. Barry with the basketball, double team, gets stripped away from Cramsey. Players diving on the floor for it, and they say that'll be tipped, and West Central will get to reset here. The Liberty bench not happy with that decision. Little with it, down into Evans in the corner, trying to find the big man, and he'll get fouled. We're going to get another foul here against Liberty. It's going to go against Hayner. That'll be Hayner's third already. Jack Sparrow checks back into the ballgame. He's got 2. Fouls mounting up here against some of the big guys for Liberty, and that is something that the Eagles cannot afford to have happen here tonight. Nice quick tip from Little to Evans. Evans now with 11. Averages 21 a contest. It's 16-2. West Central rolling here so far in the opening half. Eagles trying to get things going. This basketball now is Gim, and he's going to get fouled by Carson Brown. Brown will pick up his first, team first of the quarter against the Cougars. While we've got a break, we remind you about our good friends over at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing, 217-285-2808. Trucking for all your needs. See the Dunham boys and their professional team at LSSD Trucking. Liberty with the basketball at the free throw line is Sparrow working for a move now as Cramsey flashes down through the lane. Nothing there. He's followed by Fessler, who pops back out to the left side. Crossover dribble off the pick. They get it down to Gim on the right wing. His 3, it falls short, and Mason Berry will grab the board. Liberty's able to shoot the three-point ball. We've seen it happen. We've seen it against teams like QND. We've seen it against teams like Jacksonville Route. And there's going to be a travel call as Little went up with it, was contested by Gim. Little never got rid of the basketball and just kind of ended up, his feet hit the floor, and it's a travel. But we've seen Liberty be able to knock down some shots, and maybe they're all happening in the second half. We just don't know yet, but by that time, will it be too little, too late to make it a ball game? With the basketball now is Klauser. Takes a few dribbles, picks it up outside the three-point line. Liberty's really had trouble getting the basketball inside here in the later parts of the first into the second. Driving in now, this is Fessler, and he'll get fouled. We'll show you that last play here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. As Fessler drives in, it'll be a foul on the floor, and Liberty will inbound the basketball. Foul is going to go against Carson Brown. That'll be his second, team second for West Central here in the second. They get the basketball into Gim. Free throw line jumper from number 23 off the glass, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Caden Meyer. Ford with it now on the right side. Meyer gets it at the right elbow, kicks it back out. Barry will fire up a 3. It's no good. Fessler with the basketball. He wants to run for Liberty. They get it down to Klauser on the right side, looking for guys inside. Instead, he'll fire up one from the corner. It's no good. Gim gets a rebound, and it's going to be a foul in the backcourt against Mason Berry. Mason Berry will get his first, team third. Both teams not doing an exceptional job, you would call it, from shooting outside here so far. However, West Central has commanded things, and they lead 16-2. Jack Sparrow with it inside. Goes up against Little, decides to kick it back out into the hands of Cramsey. He misses the mark altogether, and Riker Ford will collect the basketball. Little drives in, Euro step, runner with the right hand, leaning left was no good. Rebound flies high, and it's going to be Gim with it. And now we're going to get an off-ball foul. I think it's going to go against Liberty, and they're going to call it against Jack Sparrow. They're going to call it on Sparrow, as they say it was a little bit of a shove for Sparrow. Now that's going to be his third. The fouls are just not falling in favor here of the Eagles so far, as Reed Sparrow looking to check into the basketball game. They'll let him go in for Jack. So Levi Hayner, Jack Sparrow, 2 of the inside powers here for Liberty, both now with 3 fouls in the first half. As the more big guys you get off the floor, the easier it's going to make things here for Chance Little tonight, as the 3 ball is up and no good out of the hands of Sievers, rebound came down to Barry. His shot up and no good. Barry gets it up again, collects it on a third time, and he'll knock it down that time. Mason Barry gets his own offensive rebound and a bucket. He's got 4. It's 18-2 West Central. 4:07 left to go here in the second. Reed Sparrow kicks it back out to Fessler at the volleyball line. Works it over to Klauser here. Nobody in the lane right now for Liberty. Driving in is Fessler. Dumps it off. Gim loses the basketball. It's a loose ball on the floor. Ford comes up with it. It's a turnover against Liberty. Evans with it. Crossover dribble. Nasty move. Will it fall? Yes, it will. As Zach Evans knocks down 2 more. Evans has got 13, and it's a 20-2 ball game. Liberty wants the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for the fastest internet available. That's Wi-Fi 6 and speeds up to 1 gigabit. That means you'll never buffer. It's Adams Fiber. Visit followthefiber.net. We're back in 30.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Liberty takes their timeout, their Adams Fiber timeout. That's their second of the contest here. And they'll inbound in front of their faithful fans over on the far side of the gym. Klauser will bring the basketball slowly across the time stripe here. As Tanner Cooley checks in for the first time for Liberty, a 6-foot sophomore forward wearing number 10. Cramsey with the basketball back out near midcourt. Works over to the left side now to Klauser. Klauser drives in, runner up, in and out of the rim. No good, nothing falling. That rim is super tight here tonight in Liberty. Barry with the basketball, drives in, kicks it back out. Caden Meyer thought about the 3, teased it, and instead gives it back to Evans at the Eagle at midcourt. Evans over to Barry. Barry will fire one up. His shot no good from long range. Rebound to Little. Little goes up and easily puts it back in. Chance Little. Tough to contain. It's 22-2. Little now has 5. With the big guys out for Liberty, things become a lot easier here for Chance Little, and the Eagles needed those guys on the floor if they were going to have a chance to slow him down. 2:31 left to go here in the first half. Cramsey stops at the left elbow, now gives it back into the hands of Cooley, who hands it off to Fessler. Greg Altmix encouraging his boys in red to move, he says. Driving in as Fessler goes up, probably got fouled, no call. We'll keep playing on now. Quickly getting the basketball up to Evans. Evans throws it into Little. Little goes up with it. The acrobatic play works out for the Cougars as Evans able to save it into Little. He's got 7. It's 24-2. The Cougars bench encouraging their guys, don't let up here. Long 3 ball. Sparrow no good from the volleyball line. Basketball's tipped away. Here comes Evans with it. Evans looking around the scene, looking for helpful teammates. Nothing there. Now he'll slow things down. Evans looking for somebody to flash. They try to get it into Meyer. Now gets it back into Little. That is, almost so close. And now we'll go the opposite direction here as Little is going to get whistled for the foul. For Little, that's going to be his second, team 4th of the quarter here against the Cougars. Tanner Gim is going to check back in for Liberty. Riker Ford will step back onto the court for West Central as Tanner Cooley will get a seat along with Chance Little here. Little and Brown both with 2 fouls. Big guys collecting fouls aplenty here in the first half. Sparrow tried to get it into Gim. It was too high, gets tipped away, and here comes West Central after the turnover. Evans tries to get the hesitation move, and he'll draw the foul against Noah Klauser. For Klauser, it's his first. That's the 5th of the quarter. Should be the 5th of the quarter, we thought. Guess it's just the 4th. Our apologies as we've got the numbers wrong. Next foul will send West Central to the free throw line. Next foul for the Cougars will send the Eagles to the free throw line. Meyer with the basketball, hands it off to Sievers. He gets double teamed quickly, gets it off to Caden Meyer, goes up with it, and they say that'll be a blocking foul as Klauser will collect the foul. Klauser thought he might have had the position. Officials disagree. Klauser will pick up his second. 5th of the quarter will send Caden Meyer to the free throw line here. While he gets ready for that, we remind you about Illini Community Hospital, serving the community since 1942 with excellent healthcare services from primary and specialty care to emergency medicine. Illini is here to serve you and your family. Learn more about their services at IlliniHospital.org. Nick Hamilton will step on the floor for the first time tonight, the 5'10 sophomore guard, wearing number 10 as Mason Berry will get a breather here toward the end of the half. Meyer missed the first, eyes up the second. Out of the right hand, in and out of the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Reed Sparrow for Liberty. 1 minute and change left. They get it in again. Spin move, and we're going to get a foul on the floor as Caden Meyer was reaching in. For Meyer, it'll be his first, and Liberty will go to the free throw line. For Liberty, looking for their first points literally since about the first 15 seconds of the basketball game. For Gim, out of the right hand, in and down is good. It's 24-3 for Gim. It's his first points of the contest. Tanner Gim had a heck of a night as he helped rally Liberty to a win over Payson at Payson. Had a double-double. Reed Sparrow had a night. Jack Sparrow had a night. All the Eagles had to chip in to get to this point, and now Gim knocks them both down. He's got 2. It's 24-4. 1 minute left to go here in the first half. Meyer with the basketball, works it down into Evans. Bullies up now against Klauser. Goes high. His shot misses the mark altogether, and Gavin Fessler will grab the rebound. Altnick's encouraging Fessler to look for the basketball inside. Trying to work things now. Liberty trying to get a quick bucket here. Cramsey will fire up a 3. He can't find it. Evans, long cross-court pass down to Ford. Ford goes up with it. He might have got fouled, but no call. They'll play on, and Ford gets the layup. Evans with the dandy deuce. Ford with the dime. It's his first basket of the contest. 26-4 now Liberty. One last chance here to end the half on a high note. Fessler driving in, 10 seconds left to go. Guarded out by Sievers. Crossover dribble to the left. Goes into the lane, loses the basketball, and instead it's going to be Ford up with it. Ford hands it off to Evans. Evans with the runner at the buzzer. It's no good. And we've reached the halftime break. It's the Little Jeff's Motors halftime show. It's West Central 26, Liberty 4. Don't go anywhere. We've got some halftime statistics, and we'll tell you more about the action coming up. It's IHSA postseason basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jeff's, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jeff's, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
I have to speak to you about something that is
concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess Motors Halftime Show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them in person, 3431 Main Street in Quincy. It has been all West Central here from the opening tip. Well, we won't say the opening tip, as Liberty was able to get the first 2 points of the basketball game out of the hands of Gavin Fessler. Until then, they would have to wait maybe, well, let's do the math here real quick. 7 plus 7 is 14, about 15 more minutes of game time until they would get 2 more points on the board out of the free throws of the hands of Tanner Ginn. On the opposite side, West Central has been able to get the basketball into the paint despite those big guys from Liberty. Chance Little's had a nice half. He's got 7. Zach Evans leads all scorers with 13. Mason Berry's got 4. And Riker Ford has 2 points for West Central. There's been a heck of a show here tonight as Cameron Sievers threw up a heck of an alley-oop to Chance Little for a big dunk that electrified the West Central crowd here. We remind you also tonight on Central Illinois Sports, Damon Emmerich is over at New Berlin, where New Berlin taking on Jacksonville Route right now. Score at halftime, Griggsville Perry leads Jacksonville Route 17-15 at the half as the Tornadoes trying to advance to their first regional championship appearance since 2015 when they happened to win that regional over Payson Seymour. Not Charlie Hull. Charlie's at a school board meeting tonight, but Jack Hall and the gang are up at Warsaw for a 7:30 tip tonight as well, as Pittsfield will open up their postseason hopes at Warsaw, taking on Pleasant Plains. We'll also have the second semifinal here tonight as Triopia will take on South County, also scheduled for 7:30. It's all West Central in this one, 26-4. We'll come back with a little more information for you here as you're watching the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's the IHSA postseason here on Central Illinois Sports.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess Motors halftime show as West Central out to a commanding 26-4 lead at halftime over the host school Liberty here in our first of two semifinals for you tonight. We also remind you tomorrow night coming up from Beardstown, we will cover the Central Southeastern Lady Panthers as they search for a sectional championship. They will take on a very good Pleasant Plains Lady Cardinals team. Jack, John, Charlie, and myself will have the call for you around 7 o'clock. From the Tigers Den over at Beardstown. We will be on site for multiple regional championships coming up on Friday. Which ones those are, we just don't quite know yet. We'll see how the games play out here tonight. And, of course, you can follow us along on Facebook and Twitter. That's the easiest way to keep up on where we will be and where you should be watching us here on Central Illinois Sports. Of course, we'll be at sectional action next week, and we'll be at the Jacksonville Bowl for the 1A Super Sectional and the 2A, 3A Super Sectional doubleheader coming up on the Monday of Super Sectional season here for the IHSA postseason. Both teams getting ready here. We'll take a quick 30-second break when we come back. It's second half action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Central Illinois Sports.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Getting you ready here for the second half on Central Illinois Sports. The crowd has not diminished as more fans from Triopia and South County have started to get here. It's a little bit of a haul if you get over to that far side of Waverly-Franklin area. A good hour and a half for those guys to make the drive here tonight. Not a short haul from Triopia either or Winchester. That's just the way these things fall in the IHSA when they pre-assign regionals. You just never know where you're going to end up going. And a few of these teams have had to make some lengthy drives across several regionals so far in boys and girls basketball. Cougars will get the basketball here to start the third. As Ford will get it. Gets it now into Brown. Tosses it back out to Little. Starting five on both sides beginning the third quarter here. Berry with the basketball, works off the pick. Brown trying to get the inside position against Hayner. Instead, they'll pick it back up and work it around the right side again. Little picks up the basketball, needs to get rid of it, and finds the All-Area Player of the Year candidate, Zach Evans. Berry with it, gets it now over to Brown. Let's see what the Eagles do defensively here to try and make some adjustments in the second half and slow down this West Central offense. Ford with it down in the corner. Guarded out by Jack Sparrow. They work it inside to Carson Brown. He loses the basketball. It comes back into the hands of Berry. Bounce pass into Little. Bodies up against Sparrow. Kicks it outside. Gets tipped away, though. Steal by Cramsey. Here come the Eagles now. A little bit of spark, and the Liberty fans wake up. Cramsey drives in. Runs into contact. No foul. And will play on. Berry, spin move, goes up with it. A tough take for Mason Berry. He'll knock it down for the first points of the second half. 28-4. Mason Berry's got 6. Back over to the right side now. This is Jack Sparrow with the basketball. Gets it up to Fessler. Looks around. Works the basketball up to the perimeter. Flashing high, Sparrow on the right side. Takes one dribble, goes to the left instead. Hands it off, a little three-man weave at the top of the key. Fessler with the runner from the left side. Goes off the right side of the rim, and Carson Brown will grab the rebound for West Central. Winner comes back 7 o'clock Friday night for the regional championship. Little, 3-ball, no good. Ford grabs an offensive rebound. West Central has dominated this rebounding game so far here, something we didn't know if we would say tonight because Liberty is just a ton inside. It doesn't look like it right now. We've seen this team perform a lot better, especially in the interior, but it is double tough against Liberty, or against West Central, as Chance Little gets the offensive rebound in the bucket. It's 30-4 for Little now. He's got 9. But we've seen this team excel very nicely against Quincy Notre Dame, against Jacksonville Route, against Illini West, and a really gritty match against Mendon Unity. Sharp pass out to Sparrow. His 3 misses the mark, and it's a quick offensive rebound for Noah Klauser. 30-6 as Klauser gets his first 2 of the basketball game. Just the second field goal of the evening here for Liberty. Brown with it. Down into Ford in the corner. West Central overloaded on the left side. Way overloaded now as all 5 guys there as Berry gets it up, rolls around, falls out, and Little's going to tip it out of bounds. It'll go back to the way of the Eagles. (30-6) our score. Scheduled tip of 7:30 for the next contest. They do have a running clock here in place, even in the postseason, if we get to a 30-point advantage. In the 4th, that is. Fessler drives in off the pick, gets shut off by Berry. He'll hand it off to Cramsey. Cramsey stops, pops from the right elbow. It's no good. And Berry will grab the rebound. One-handed pass to Evans. Evans goes in, gets it up, and gets stripped away. A nice defensive play by Noah Klauser. And it will remain in the hands of the Cougars here with 4:37 left to go in the 3rd. Evans will inbound, gets it into Brown. They whip it around the perimeter. Evans comes off the screen, gives it into Little. He loses the basketball, picks it back up. Now into Evans, gets bumped again. Evans shot up, no good on the leaning run. And it's a loose ball. Liberty fans wanting a foul as there are bodies everywhere. And instead, Chance Little's going to get it. He's going to go up and get fouled and go to the free throw line. A haphazard series of events here leads to Chance Little going to the free throw line. As bodies everywhere. Little gets it, goes up, and he gets fouled. Foul is going to go against Sparrow. That's his 4th. First of the quarter here against Liberty. Greg Altmix wanting an explanation here on the opposite side. Little has 9 points on the evening. Knocks down the first, give him 10. Sievers will check back in along with Tanner Gim. It's 31-6 now. Remind you about Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Give Damon a call at 217-285-4404. Little gets the second. He's got 11. 32-6 now our score. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Gim with it, baseline drive, gets shut off now as Chance Little with a nice little defensive stop. It goes off the feet of Gim, and it'll head the other way. Tanner Gim has been nursing a knee injury, kind of unsure if he was even going to get to play this week. So we are happy to see this 6'3" senior on the floor here the last couple of nights. Sievers with the basketball, gets trapped out by Klauser, has to get rid of it. It's Little now into Ford in the lane. He gets stripped away by Cramsey, picked up by Hayner. It's another turnover for West Central. Liberty on the run. Cramsey spots up way deep and knocks it in. Vince Cramsey with the first 3, I believe, of the ball game. Cramsey's got his first points of the game. It's 32-9 on the first 3 of the contest. Liberty had missed their first 10 in the first half. Sievers with the basketball, drives in, picks it up at the right elbow. They work it around to the left side. This is Berry. Drives past Cramsey, running off the glass with the right hand. Nice move for Mason Berry. 34-9 for Berry. Now he's got 8. Cramsey will fire up another one. It's no good off the front of the rim, and Chance Little will collect the rebound. Evans will check back in for West Central on the next dead ball. Little thought about the 3. Gives it off to Berry instead. They work it around. Little to Berry. No, it's stolen away from Cramsey. Cramsey goes in, goes up, loses the basketball on his own accord, and it'll go out of bounds. Little will come back in as Ryan Seasting wants the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For top-notch local computer sales and repair services, Adams Exports is your go-to when your computer goes down. 217-214-3423. We're back on Central Illinois Sports.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Ryan Seasting takes the Adams Fiber timeout for the Cougars, just their first of the contest, reminding them, hey, we got to keep up the tempo here a little bit. For West Central, of course, had a very easy time getting rid of Jacksonville ISD on Monday. Their last game before this was just about a week prior in that 67-61 win against Camp Point Central. So Ryan Seasting probably not going to let his team kind of get out of sorts here and get out of rhythm too quickly, despite the rather one-sided score we have so far. Berry with the basketball, hands it off now into Severs. Brown thought about the long two-point shot, instead hands it off to the right side. This is Evans with it, bounce pass into Berry. Turnaround runner, good. Mason Berry having a nice second half. 36-9, Berry's in double figures with 10, the third Cougar to surpass 10 points here in the contest. Hayner with the basketball, tosses it into Gim. He'll turn around from the left side. Nice shot for Tanner Gim. 36-11 for Gim. Now he's got 4, leading the Liberty efforts. 2 minutes left to go here in the third period. Evans with the basketball, guarded out by Reed Sparrow. One-handed pass into Berry. He'll stop again from about 8 foot. This one's no good. Flying in was Carson Brown. Gim able to hold his balance, and Liberty will get the rebound and the possession. They push it down into the left side. Cramsey tries to bounce pass it into Hayner, and instead it'll be a foul against Carson Brown. For Carson, it'll be his third, team first of the quarter here against the Cougars. Caden Meyer will check back in. Brown will get a breather. Zach Evans has 13. He started out with 9 of the Cougars' first 11 points in the contest. Chance Little also has 11 as a long 3 out of the hands from Reed Sparrow is no good. And Berry will chase down the loose ball rebound and will get a foul against Reed Sparrow. For Sparrow, it's his first, team second. Tate Huber will check back in for the Eagles along with Noah Klauser, as Cramsey will get a breather, along with Gavin Fessler. Also checking back in will be Jack Sparrow. He'll check in for Hayner. 25-point advantage here so far for West Central. West Central, the top-seeded team in this subsectional, had climbed as high as number 3 in the Associated Press rankings, climbed up as high as number 2 this season in the Aaron Britton Nesto Hoops poll. Berry slashes into the lane. It's going to be a foul instead as Tate Huber will collect the call. His first, team third of the quarter. Evans will inbound. Severs flashing around on the left side. He'll get the inbounds pass. Stops and pops from about 10. Cameron Severs with a nice little shot. The bank is open late here in Liberty. For Severs, it's his first 2 of the basketball game. It's a 27-point advantage for West Central. Gim with the basketball. He'll fire up a 3 quickly. In and out of the rim is no good, and the long shot has just not been friendly to Liberty here this evening as Gim on the hustle play knocks the basketball out of bounds. Riker Ford checks back in for West Central. Gavin Fessler comes back in for Liberty. Triopia Trojans, South County Vipers will tip off in our 7:30 contest. The winner at this point will most likely get West Central, barring a major, unbelievable comeback from Liberty. Severs gets it. He's double teamed and will get a foul. That's going to be against Gim. Gim's first, team fourth. Caden Meyer with the basketball here for West Central. Surveys the scene, hands it off to the captain and Zach Evans. Now over to Little. 30 seconds left to go here in the third. Little moves to the left side, hands it off to Evans. Popping out is Meyer. 20 seconds left to go in the frame. Evans calls for it back at the midcourt line with 15 left to go here in the third. Being guarded out now by Klauser. Goes past him, drives in. Runner with the right hand in and out of the rim, no good. Flying up for the rebound, and we'll get a foul going the other way, as it looks like Evans might get the call. Evans will. It'll be his second, team second. With just 5.1 left to go here, as Cramsey and Reed Sparrow will check back in for Liberty. Possession to begin the fourth, barring a quick tie-up or a change of possession here in the final few seconds, will go to the Eagles. Hamilton will come in for Evans. Fessler on the run. 2 seconds, 1 second. Somebody's got to get it up real quick. It's Sparrow, and the shot will not fall. We've reached the end of the third quarter. It's West Central 38, Liberty 11. Don't go anywhere. We've got fourth quarter play-by-play coming your way here in 60 seconds.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Go team go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
8 minutes left to go here in this one. It has been Cougars since the opening tip. It's 38-11. Liberty will have the basketball here to begin the fourth quarter. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, we can tell you Quincy High leading 26-22 in their regional semifinal over Alton. One of the top-ranked 4A teams in the state has a gauntlet to get through here in the regionals. They try to get the basketball into Hayner. Instead, it slips through. It's a steal away. Here comes West Central. They get it into Hamilton. He can't find the mark. Flying in for the rebound, though. Hamilton trying to scrap up his own miss. And on the floor for it is Carson Brown with the big hustle play, along with Jack Sparrow. We'll get a jump ball. And the change of possession it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul against Sparrow. And for Sparrow, that's his fifth of the contest. So the 6'4 junior will foul out, and Jack Sparrow. Tanner again will come back in along with Noah Klauser. Currently in the third quarter, it's 32-31. Griggsville Perry leading route. Damon Emmerich's got that video stream for you as well. Put one on your TV, one on your tablet. Keep track of both of them here as we've got a barn burner over in New Berlin. Driving in was Ford. He'll get fouled. And we'll see who this one gets whistled against. This one's going to go against Noah Klauser. It should be his third. It is. That's the start of the fourth now over in New Berlin. Excuse me, they just had a little bug in our throat. With the basketball, as Hamilton has to pick it up near the midcourt lines. He gets it over to Caden Meyer. They'll hand it off to Barry. Might be an end of the night here for Zach Little. We'll see what Ryan Seasting has up his sleeve as he's still checking back in Severs and Little here in the next dead ball. Barry driving in, goes up with the left hand. Really tough take. Mason Barry's got some elevation. 40-11. Barry's got 12. Evans has 13. Little has 11. 11, 12, 13. They get the basketball into Gim. He's double-teamed, kicks it back out to Fessler, who eyed up a volleyball line 3. Instead, he drives into the lane, works it back around. This is Cramsey with the basketball. Cramsey, crossover dribble against Hamilton, kicks it in the corner. Now they get it into Tanner Gim. Tries to go in against Brown. Bodies up, fronts up to the basket. His shot no good. Meyer will grab the rebound with 6:14 left to go here. Driving in is Barry. He'll go up and he will get fouled, and Mason Barry will head back to the free throw line. Foul is going to go against Levi Hayner. It'll be Hayner's fourth. They'll get substitutions in here on both sides as Reed Sparrow will check in for Liberty after the first free throw. Severs will come back in for West Central. First one is up from Barry, no good. Remind you about our good friends at the Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday at a newsstand near you. That's the Pike County Express. Barry fires up the second one out of his hands. It's no good, and Gim will grab the rebound. 6:03 left to go here in the ball game. Fessler with it on the right side, slashing out to the baseline. There is Reed Sparrow trying to find Cramsey at the short corner. Nothing there. It'll be a line change here as Ryan Seasting will get his starters off the floor. And we're going to get a foul heading the other way. It's going to be an offensive foul against Liberty. Looking to be maybe against Reed Sparrow, and it is. It'll be Sparrow's second, team fourth of the quarter against the Eagles. The line change here for West Central. Let's get everybody in for you here real quick. Carson Clevenger wearing number 3, the 5'8 sophomore. Number 30, Brendan Clanton, the 6'5 senior. Number 31, Gabe Howard, the 6'3 freshman. Number 20, Zach Howard, the 6' junior. And I believe that's maybe everybody as Hamilton stays out on the floor for West Central. Clevenger with the basketball. Gets it now into the big guy. That's Gabe Howard, 6'3 freshman. He will be a force over the next few years. Driving in is Hamilton. Hamilton with a strong take to the cup. That's going to make it a 42-11 ball game as Hamilton gets his first basket of the contest. Down into the corner here, we should have a running clock for the remaining 5:12. With the basketball, this is Klauser. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. They stop the clock. Officials concurring that we need to keep it running as the foul is going to go against Gabe Howard. It'll be his first. Team first of the quarter here, and the officials concur. We will have the running clock here for the remainder of the contest. Noah Klauser's got 2 points. Misses the first one. As we remind you about PCRE Real Estate and Auction, the #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois or Northeast Missouri. If you're looking to buy or sell, auction farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property, you've come to the right place. Learn more at PCRE Real Estate or call 217-285-5800. Fighting for the rebound was Zach Howard. It's going to go out of bounds off of Howard. It'll go back to the Eagles here as the clock continues to wind with 4:43 left to go. The next game will not start early, so we will still be back on here. We'll take a quick break after this one as flying up for the rebound was Klauser. And it'll be a foul against the Cougars here. Foul will go against Nick Hamilton. That'll be his first of the contest. So we'll have a quick little break. We won't start the second game early as Gim fires up a shot. Off the front of the rim, off the back of the glass, and no good. And Huber wrestles around with Howard for it. It'll be a jump ball, and will head the direction of West Central. With the basketball is Hamilton. Picks it up, gets out of the double team. It's stolen away from Liberty. Here comes Fessler with it. Fessler goes up, no good. He'll try to chase down his own miss. A one-handed pass out to Gim. Gim working around the perimeter, drives in. Strong take, and he'll get fouled by Howard. And we'll show you that last take here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Another strong take here for Tanner Gim. Gim is a nice basketball player. Hustles, strong, moves well in the post. Has 4 points here in the evening. He was in double figures in Monday's regional quarterfinal win. First one is up and good. That makes it a 42-12 contest for Gim. Now he's got 5. Gim will eye the second one. Makes the second, 42-13. Gim's got 6 now. And Hayner will check back in for Liberty as Reed Sparrow will get a breather here. 3 minutes to go as the clock continues to wind down. With the basketball now on the right side, this is Hamilton. Cross-court dribble in the middle. Tosses it down into Brendan Clanton. The shaggy-haired number 30. Easy to point out here on the floor. He gets the basketball, gets the pick, works it back up top of the key now to Gabe Howard. One dribble over to the right side to Hamilton. Crossover dribble. They work it around the perimeter. Nice ball movement here by the second string for West Central. Clanton with the basketball goes off the pick, and we're going to get a blocking foul. And that's going to go against Noah Klauser. For Klauser, that should be his 4th, and we'll go to the free throw line here with 2:16. West Central will grab their 30th win of the season. When they come back on Friday, they'll try to make it number 31 and grab a regional championship. Substitutions in here for Liberty. Number 11, Brody Klauser, the 5'8 freshman. Along with number 21, a 5'8 freshman is Evan Sims. Number 22, Gavin Edgar, the 5'10 freshman. Tanner Cooley also checks back into the contest along with Tommy Schutte, the 6-foot sophomore. He wears number 15 as the second free throw is up and good for Hamilton. And we're going to get a foul here in the backcourt as foul is going to go against Carson Clevenger. It'll be Clevenger's first, team third. 1:27 left to go in this one. We'll wrap things up on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show, as we might have an incorrect name on our card here for one of the West Central kids. Working the basketball right down to the right side now. Falls into the hands here of Brody Klauser. Some freshmen getting some time on the floor here for Liberty. Schutte with the basketball, drives in, nothing there. He hands it back out to Brody Klauser. 50 seconds and counting left to go here. As the basketball gets tipped away by Howard, stolen by the Cougars. West Central fans will have another long drive here back to Liberty coming up on Friday. They'll be in the regional championship, 7 o'clock tip-off. They're going to take on the winner here of Triopia and South County. Once again, scheduled to start at 7:30. Howard with the basketball at the free throw line. 20 seconds left to go here. He gets the basketball out to Hamilton. West Central fans get on their feet. It's been a good opening trip here to the regional semifinals for West Central as they run away with this one early. It's going to be a 43-13 final as West Central will advance to the regional championship coming up on Friday night. Liberty's season ends with a record of 11-17, I believe, or 11-18. We've reached the Blessing Health System postgame show. We'll give you final scoring numbers in this one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching IHSA regional semifinal action on Central Illinois Sports.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
We'll be back here on the Blessing Health System postgame show as West Central gets a 43-13 win over the Liberty Eagles. Let's do final scoring for you here on both sides. Noah Klauser with 2 for Liberty, Gavin Fessler with 2, Vince Cramsey with 3. Tanner Gim leads the Eagles with 6 in their final outing here of the season. On the opposite side for West Central, Zach Evans with 13, Mason Berry with 12. A lot of those came in the second half. Chance Little with 11, Nick Hamilton with 3. Cameron Sievers and Riker Ford each chip in a bucket with 2 points each. West Central improves to grab their 30th win of the season. They're 30-3 right now, one of the best teams in the state of Illinois, and they'll try to claim a regional championship coming up here on Friday night. We will step away for just a couple of minutes. We'll get our stream reset. When we come back, it'll be our second semifinal of the evening. Don't go anywhere. And, hey, check out that game over in New Berlin right now. It is 39-38. Griggsville Perry on top over Route with just 2 minutes left to go. Damon Emmerich's got the call. Watch that one, then come back here. We'll see you in just a few minutes on Central Illinois Sports.